Hello and welcome to Geek Addicts, the pop culture podcast where we have all the same powers as Spider-Man, but just suck. My name is Matt. With me as always, Bill Barber. How's it going, Bill?
Did she have all the same powers as Spider-Man?
No, the villain did.
Oh, I already forgot about him. That's how little he impacted that goddamn movie.
Yeah.
I'm doing all right. It's Sunday. The weather has no
Yeah.
idea what it wants to do. We're talking about the weather to start again because we're old, you know.
Yay. It's been rainy and gray the whole time.
Well, we've reached that point in life now where like Gen Alpha looks at us and goes, "You 30-year-old's old," and I'm just like,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I remember those days way back in the year of our Lord 2003 when the
I
movie
remember
we're covering takes place.
Yeah, I remembered more back in the day when like you were a child and you thought like high schoolers were like adults, so then you grow up and you're like, no, not even close.
I remember when I was a child and watching the first X-Men movie and being like, wow, Hugh Jack. Wolverine looks so old. Now I watch that movie and I'm like, wow, he's a baby.
You watch anything from that? Like me and Alex rewatched last year for the pod. We rewatched all the fucking Spy Kids movies, and like I remember as a child, I used to think they were like super old. You watch now, you're like they were fucking children. Like, Jesus Christ, we grew up with them as those movies went on.
Yeah. Wild.
Yeah. Time is a thing. But yeah, the weather's been shit this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, which was really weird because it was really nice during the week. As soon as the weekend hit, it was just like, oh, you had time off of work? You have a long weekend? Ha! Sucks to be you.
See, the week was nice, like when we were at work. Then we'd get home and it would just rain. Like it downpoured down here, like after I got home, like every day. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So I finished Howl's Moving Castle this week.
Nice.
The book. It was good. About halfway through the book, it deviates fucking hard.
Yeah, I've heard that.
From the movie. Like it was like up until the halfway point, it was mostly on track for where the movie did. And then it just completely went off in its own direction. And I was like, oh, okay. So this is just entirely different.
I've heard it actually explains like what's going on significantly better than the movie does too.
It does, but it also doesn't because what's happening in the movie is so wildly different that there is no explanation for the movie. It just kind of is.
Fair. I know there was like certain little things in the movie that make no sense, and the book actually explains them better. But yeah.
Well, from what I can tell, there was no like fluctuation in age throughout the book. You know, like how like throughout the movie, like she would just kind of like morph back into her younger self, and then she'd morph back into her old self, like periodically throughout the movie. Like we don't see that happen like in the book at all. It's not until like the very end that she kind of breaks her own curse because she kind of self-inflicted it.
Well, yeah, that's the thing that the movie doesn't explain to you is that she's like self-inflicting it the whole time. It's not actually the initial curse. Like really, that's like
because my favorite thing in that book is like way like close to the end. There's this point where like Sophie is like really mad at Howl because like he had been like eavesdropping on like a conversation she was having with somebody else, and like during the course of that conversation, she had mentioned like the fact that she was under a curse because the person she was talking to already knew that, and then eventually like she finds out that Howell had been eavesdropping, and she's like, you knew I had the curse. How long have you known this and that? He's like, I've known the whole time, dude. Like, I'm a fucking master magician. You think I didn't notice? like, and she like was Calcifer's like, I told him like the first day.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun.
Even the kid noticed. It's just ridiculous.
Nice. Oh man. I did a lot of anime catch up yesterday.
I did some of that this past week too.
Yeah, finally finished Vigilantes, which I was both happy and sad to see go. Mostly because
sure
I'm like,
there'll be more to come.
I hope so. It left it very vague at the end there because there was like that weird like 2-year time skip that I hope is also in the manga.
They said at the end there that like he was going into like his final like summer of heroing, so
Yeah.
we still got at least another season in us.
Yeah, they just left it really vague. I was like, I hope they continue it because it'd be really weird if they didn't, considering they've done like the rest of My Hero at this point. And the spinoff is arguably just as popular.
Oh, easily. They did a really good job of making me like Captain Celebrity.
Well, yeah, he has perfect character development. He starts out as an unlikable prick, and then you actually learn about him, and you realize, oh wait, this guy's actually kind of cool.
Oh, it turns out he's a human.
Yeah, it's like, oh, he's actually just sad inside. That's why he acts like this.
Yep.
Classic.
And also, you don't realize it until like the end when they're standing right next to each other. But his wife is like the size of a child.
She is rather short.
Really,
yes,
it's really awkward. It's really awkward.
Yeah, but she wears the pants in that relationship.
Oh, easily. I mean, that's why he likes her. So, I mean,
Pretty much. Yeah, that's one of those. That's like those meme photos of like the Fragrant Flower cast where they have like Waggery next to what's his name, and it's like she's not that short. Like she's short, but she's not that short.
yeah. But on that subject of catching up with anime, Cindy and I have watched the first 3 episodes of Oshinoko.
Isn't it fucking dark?
Yeah.
That third episode was really fucking dark. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. Especially at the end when Aqua's like, how much of that did you like manipulate? And she's just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
My favorite line was the scene in episode 2 where he drops off Akane, and she's all like, "It's okay, I trust you, but if you cheat on me, I'm totally gonna kill you." And I'm just like,
yeah,
this is why she's best girl.
Oh, for sure. That scene in the first episode though was really fucking weird.
Oh, where Aqua loses
the cat
shit.
girl, and yeah,
Like,
it was weird.
Aqua's fucked in the head. Like, it's very clear.
Well, I mean, can you blame him? He's got the mind of like a 40-year-old trapped in a 16-year-old's body,
and he's in love with his mother, and it's very bizarre. Like, this entire setup is weird.
And his sister is in love with him from a previous life. It's a really awkward situation.
It is. That's why it's hard to recommend that show to people, because they're like, explain it. I'm like, well,
I can't.
You can't explain anything beyond episode 1, just for reasons. And then like, it's just hard. And then you're like, oh yeah, by the way, it's in the same universe as Kaguya-sama. Just keep that in mind.
I actually just refuse to explain it. Just watch it. Just watch the first episode. If that doesn't hook you.
Yeah, watch the first episode. If you're either hooked or afraid and never want to watch again, that's all you need to know, because it doesn't get any brighter. I won't say better, because it is a great show, but it doesn't get any brighter from episode 1.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the dad came back. Well, not the dad, the owner
manager.
The owner of the freaking studio.
I almost didn't even recognize him.
I didn't,
because we haven't seen him since literally episode 1.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was him in his first appearance. It wasn't until the second appearance where they basically say it. I'm like, oh. I was like, oh, okay. Forgot about him.
He's just like a bum, fucking like fishing, and like, where is he even fishing? Like, I don't even know what was going on there. And I thought he went completely off the map. Like, how did she find him so easily?
Yeah, I don't get why he left. Like, he just left his wife to do everything, and she clearly had no problem like holding on to the ship. So that leads me to believe, what was he actually doing?
And also, they're just never gonna bring up the fact that Ruby and Aqua just kind of like mind fucked her as babies, and they're never gonna bring it up. It's just never gonna be a thing.
She's fine with it. She just
moved on from that. She just pretended that never happened, I guess. The babies convinced her that they were like gods and that she should be worshiping them. She's never gonna bring that up. Okay, I mean, sure.
She loves them, so like she's just not going to question it at this point. Um, yeah, it's such a weird series, but god damn it, is it compelling?
For sure.
Doesn't have a burning this year though. The open, I do like the opening though. The opening's fun.
No, the opening and the ending are both good, but I think last season just good openings and endings. So,
Well, it had like probably one of the best endings in a long time, and then the opening was also really good. This time around, like
I still like the opening more than the ending. Burning is good, but I still like the opening more.
a lot of people didn't like the opening that much. That's why it's an odd thing. But yeah, that one's good. Still haven't watched Dorohedoro. I keep forgetting it's out, so I gotta sit down and watch that.
I'm just gonna wait until it's all done because I have to rewatch season one because I I had a hard enough time following that show the first time I watched it.
From what I've heard about the manga, it's just kind of one of those series.
Yeah, which is why it's I don't know, it just might not be my thing. I'll still watch it, but
I'm watching it mostly just because I'm invested in it, and Alex is going to want to talk about it at some point in the future
I'm sure
if she ever watches it. But
um
oh yeah, and
yeah,
then we should. Oh, go on.
I was gonna say I also finished up Free Rin.
Nice.
I finished Trigun Stargaze, which might be the end. I'm not 100% sure. And Hell's Paradise. Finished.
Nice. Yeah, the Free Rin ending was sad just because I was like, I really don't want this to end.
Yeah. I don't want it to end because it's not really ended, but we don't know when we're gonna get more, and so it makes it worse because it might be the end. We don't know.
No, season 3 is already confirmed.
We'll see.
Like it's already in production apparently. I didn't know that's probably why this was only 10 episodes because they're working with the little material they have left. Because apparently they've hit a brick wall because the series is on indefinite hiatus right now. So
then why don't they just pull a Spy Family and make a movie? Just make something that just like tangentially fits in. It doesn't have to be from the manga material. You could just make up your own story of just like, oh, look at this little side adventure we did.
The difference is Free Rin, there is no known continuation. Spy Family, Endo's just slow. that's really the only problem with Spy Family.
Well, either way, I mean, you could just slap a side story in there. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even have to be about the core characters. It could be about the fucking Himmel crew.
Yeah, it's probably they have to get the okay from the mangaka, and it probably just might not be that.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like they could put out more material. It just
I'm sure they would if they could. It's probably they can't.
And it would be the same thing with Spy Family too, because if they did it that way and they were just like, oh, we're gonna do like an original story, then whatever time needs to go by for the manga to come back and actually put out more material for them to work with for the series, it'll be able to buy them time, So
yeah,
I don't know.
the thing I just think it's more of the fact that there really isn't any time to buy at the moment for Free Rin because it's kind of like it's just straight up a wall. Like they don't know what's going on there.
Fair enough. So yeah, I think I know what you were about to say before.
Well, I watched the first episode of that time I got reincarnated as a slime because that was there, and that was really good. Still enjoying that. Probably my favorite isekai. But I had I was watching on Crunchyroll, and Crunchyroll does like the autoplay thing of like the stuff that you've been watching. So I finished that, and then it immediately autoplayed to the first episode of the fucking vending machine show, and I just said, "Fuck it." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll see how this turns out." The fact that there's already a season 3 is insane to me. Like
it's been like 6 months.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck anymore. They're just like whatever, shit it out.
We're just gonna throw a birthday party for a vending machine because fuck it.
Yeah, it's like I watched it. I'm like, it's bad. It's not as bad as season 2 was. Some of the worst of season 2, but I'm like, literally, like, this show wants to be slime so fucking bad, but it just
It's
isn't.
true, but season two even had like some of the good like moments too, like this.
It had
So
like one
even then,
episode that was good.
well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like they would have their moments. So I wouldn't even give it the slight praise on this one episode because it could just go straight back to season two dog shit right after this.
Well, season 2 was enigma because it was dog shit from the start. Had this one really good episode right in the middle, and then immediately followed it up with the worst fucking episode of the entire series. And I was just like, I was like, what the? Like literally watching that, I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And we got opera singing Snake Lady, and I was like, I'm done. I'm done.
I have also been. I think there's still only 2 episodes. Or actually, I think the third one came out already. But I've been watching Demons of the Shadow Realm. That's been really interesting. I'm really looking forward to seeing where it goes. I also want to know if it's supposed to take place in the same universe as Full Metal. I'm not sure.
I don't know. The art style is it's very much her. It's very identical. Because
if it does take place in the same universe, it's in the far future for sure. But
yeah, I gotta keep that on my list. I'm not sure when I'll get to it, but I started reading the Horimiya manga because I was bored.
Oh yeah.
It's fun. It's it's actually in order so that you get to actually read the events the way they're supposed to be. And there's like a few like minor little things thrown in here or there that have been different, which is fun. It's nice though. I'm enjoying that.
It's good. That's good.
I also read the second volume of Kaiju number 8, Relax, which is this spin-off manga that's basically just a slice of life, like comedy manga. There was an entire chapter involving like Valentine's Day, and it was all these people were competing for Mina's chocolates.
Oh my!
And
why does that sound like a euphemism?
Well, it gets funny because like the whole joke is that like they're showing all the people competing, and like they all slowly get knocked out one by one. And the running joke is Kefka wins by doing absolutely nothing. Like every time they just cut to like, and Kefka won the event, and he's like, "You're not going to show my thing." And they're like, "Nope, moving on." And then it finally gets to the end, and they don't even show it. They just explicitly like, and Kefka won, and everyone's like, because there's a point in the middle of like Kefka was Mina's childhood friend. He immediately gets extra points, and he's like, "Huh? Okay."
Oh, okay. I was just over here eating my sandwich or whatever.
But then, like the best part is it ends, and it's like Kafka wins. He gets the award, and they're like, "Wow, you really carried that giant heart around." Because the whole gimmick was they had to carry this giant heart around, and if they dropped the heart, it exploded. But there's the whole joke is Kefka's like, "Wow, that was fun, but damn, this heart was heavy." And then it just cuts to Mina's giving him the death glare, and the announcer goes, "That heart weighs the same amount as the commander." And then Mina says, "No chocolate, do push-ups," and it just ends there. And I'm just like, this was fun.
That's good.
It was it's the dumbest manga I've ever read. Like it's very much supposed to be that way. But
you know what really bothers me? Like, sorry to interrupt, but that just reminded me of this. I feel like isekais have just completely replaced gag manga, and that's a crime.
Yeah, you know, it's weird that the only gag manga I've been seeing recently are like spin-offs of like series, like because like there's Kaiju number 8 Relax, or the newest one that just came out is Sakamoto Holidays, which is just a spin-off series that's like goofy shenanigans in that universe. And I'm not even sure if it's canon to the main universe. I think it's like a separate story they're writing now. But
yeah, and there's also like the chibi versions of main lines like Rock Lee and his Ninja Pals and
Attack on Titan. That show is still fucking like. How is that one? That one like fucked me up more than the actual show. Just because I was like, what the fuck am I even watching at this point?
It's just fucking wild to me. Like the only like actual like, well, you can't even call it that anymore. I was gonna say One Punch Man, but it's not even that anymore. No, they're trying to be serious now. They just keep taking Saitama out of the situations so that it can be serious.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like just isekais, they're running into the ground too, and that's the problem.
Yeah. Let's just bring back like traditional gag manga. See, we needed Toriyama. We needed him.
Yeah.
We needed to revive the gag manga.
Yeah. I'm trying to think too, who would be even like someone who could do it?
I don't even know. I can't even think of like any other like really good gags.
Like the most I think of is like, and it's not even a gag manga, it's just like old school art writers who just write in that style. Like anything like Rumiko does is like inherently slapsticky, but that's just because that's part of her style.
Yeah, I guess you could make an argument for Rom One Half being a gag anime.
It is a gag, but it's also like serious at the same time, which is fascinating. I think that's part of why it's so popular.
It's kind of similar to how like Dragon Ball used to be, where it was like kind of equal parts action and gag.
Well, it's funny because Ranma's super gaggy like that, but it has this really compelling romance storyline going on with it. And then it's kind of funny because then she does Inuyasha right after, and that's like way more serious, but it's still also like surprisingly funny, like for what it is.
I don't know what it is. Well, what is with the whole like, in like everything, like, especially Ranma, but I've seen it a bunch in Inuyasha too, where she has like the characters do this thing. They do this with their hands. Like anytime anything happens, like the surprise, like ee, like they do that. I don't understand what that is.
It might just be a quirk, if anything, or
I
it's something
guess.
that the anime studios do. I'd have to read more of her mangas to see if it's common in all of them.
Because I've seen other animes do it sometimes, but she does it a lot.
It also might just be played up because you got to remember, like in the Inuyasha anime, they played up a lot of stuff that wasn't in the manga.
True. I mean, Ranma is, as we mentioned, it is much more slapsticky, like goofy. So it makes more sense for that to be more consistent.
Also, the
I
original.
don't know if it represented something, you know.
Yeah. Also, the original Ranma manga anime was even more like ridiculous. It also did not finish the story at all.
Um, Speaking of finishing the story, so I watched the Crisis on Infinite Earths CW event.
Okay.
I did like it a lot, but it wasn't exactly what I was expecting it to be.
It was a little too
also,
ambitious.
I was not, and also the Batman we got is also not what I was expecting.
Oh yeah,
because they made him like this dark, evil son of a bitch. But he's also Kevin Conroy, so I couldn't hate him.
Oh yeah, he's playing Thomas Wayne. That's accurate to his comic portrayal. So he
was still Bruce though.
He's based off Thomas though. They were going for Thomas Wayne.
Fair.
It's basically that Batman is very similar to like the one from Flashpoint, where it's an alternate universe where Batman died instead of his parents, like Bruce died instead of his parents, and then Thomas became Batman and his Martha became the Joker. It's a weird thing.
I actually really like that concept. It's actually really cool.
Yeah, I just wish like it didn't lead into the New 52. I would love Flashpoint so much more if that wasn't the end point of it.
If it was just a standalone story.
Yeah, what it was supposed to be originally. Before they decided we can reboot the universe with this and do it half-assed as fuck. I'm sorry, I'm not.
When you like come up with the idea as an afterthought of this storyline, like, oh wait a minute, we could do this thing. Let's take 52 different superhero plot lines and just completely reboot them, and put no thought into it.
Like, and then cancel 12 issues with after like a year, like not even a year, like 12 of the 52 books. A lot of them were canceled really fast.
That's about right.
Oh, and also it's a complete reboot, but Green Lantern and Batman sell really well, so we're just gonna let them keep doing what they were doing, and we're just not gonna worry about it. Like Batman was minorly modified, but Green Lantern straight up doesn't change. Like just straight up, they didn't change anything, and it's like this makes no fucking sense. But whatever. The New 52 was a fucking disaster. That's all I can say.
But yeah, So yeah, after I finished Howl, I had ordered and gotten the Static Shadows of Dakota, which would be like Static Season 2 of like the more modern stuff.
It's the current run, I believe. Yeah.
I guess, but it's hard to say current because there's been no announcements for a Season 3, and Shadows of Dakota came out in 2023.
Let me check real quick because I swear it said like 2023 to present on there last I checked.
It hasn't. They haven't officially said it's over, but they've made no announcements for a continuation. Because we've had Static Up All Night, which came out actually the same month as Shadows of Dakota, as a standalone story, and the only thing that come out since has been the Static Batman Beyond crossover that just wrapped up.
Yeah.
Which is the same team. Which is the same team as the Static run that we were just working with. So. I don't know, man. I hope we get more because I'm really liking what they're doing, but it's been 3 years.
Fair. I mean, you never know. Some series just that's just like Green Arrow. He goes through cancellations left and right.
I mean, Static goes through cycles, you know.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of people that go through that.
No run has gone nearly as long as the 90s run, though.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
Well, books just sold differently then. It's so much harder to sell comics. Like
you would have thought that after the cartoon they would have made a more consistent comic, but they didn't.
DC wasn't well run at that point. Like DC.
Well, you know what? I actually, after I got the Shadows of Dakota comic, I was just out of curiosity. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna look up like some YouTube videos about like the history of Static and like what happened with him as a character and everything. And so I don't know if you know this,
probably
but
not.
Supposedly from what I learned from watching these like little YouTube documentaries, at the time, which for the record, like the peak of Kids WB, like the ultimate peak, like all the best cartoons that ever came out on that platform were running at that time.
Mm-hmm.
The only show that was outperforming Static was Pokemon.
I forgot Pokemon was on Kids WB.
You know why it was canceled?
Why?
Because none of the toy companies would merchandise it because they didn't see the audience. They didn't see the plot.
That is extremely common with DC shit. Like the same thing happened with Young Justice and I believe Green Lantern the animated series. Like they couldn't sell toys, so they said, got rid of it, despite the great reviews and ratings.
Which Green Lantern was it for the animated series? Just out of curiosity.
There's only technically been one Green Lantern animated series, and it was, I believe they're all there, but Hal was the primary.
Okay.
It wasn't. I know where you're going. Ironically, believe it or not, the most successful Green Lantern on a TV series was Jon Stewart.
I'm just saying because that was like a big point that they were trying to make is that at the time it was the early 2000s. So, you know,
no, because when the Green Lantern show was canceled for similar reasons, Hal was the main Green Lantern by that point again. Because there was a lot of confusion because a lot of people were like, "Who the fuck is Hal?" Because they only knew of the Justice League show, even though Hal's been around a lot longer. And you know what the funniest part about that Justice League show was? John wasn't even the main Green Lantern at that point. Kyle technically was, but Dwayne McDuffie really wanted. No, actually, no, it wasn't even Dwayne McDuffie. That's actually been disproven. I think they just threw John in there for honestly probably for diversity reasons, and it worked. It actually made him a better character too, because more people know him from that show than anything.
But it's one of those things that really bothered me because that's the only thing that held that series back because it could have gone a lot longer and
unfortunately
a lot more traction. And
unfortunately, it was. When did it get canceled?
Mid 2000s, 2004, 2005. I'm guessing.
So, to be fair, it only would have really lasted another year at max because the DC animated universe was going to be hard ended by 2006 when Justice League Unlimited ended. because DC was restructuring their animation at that point.
That's true, but if it had gained enough of a foothold with the merchandise and everything else, then they could have done more things with Static.
They could have done alternate like interpretations, most likely, but that show in particular was
that would have been fine. I mean that's what DC's known for. You know, they do multiple interpretations of the popular characters, and Static was outrageously popular at the time.
He was. Ironically, a lot of people I knew though, which was really funny because I remember watching that show, and a lot of people I knew who liked it. They didn't even realize it was connected to DC for the longest time.
Really?
Yeah, because they when that show first started, they kind of downplayed it. Like they kind of made they kind of implied that it was an alternate universe until they just decided, screw that, it's not at one point.
Well, yeah, because they did kind of lean into that a little bit because a couple of like crossover characters we saw were still milestone characters. But yeah, because he would blatantly reference like the Green Lantern, like how it's like, oh, we got no representation for black superheroes and everything. So he would reference specifically John Stewart, Green Lantern. And
I think the implication was that they were like a TV series within that universe, and then they just decided, no, this is dumb. We're just making it part of the universe.
Technically, that is how it was in the original 90s Static comic. That Superman and all of them were comics in the Dakotaverse, and then like when the crossover happened, it was like this big like cosmic shit that brought the two universes together. And he's like, "Oh my god, it's Superman! I thought you were just a comic book."
I'm assuming it was probably either like 0 Hour or one of the fucking 1,000 crises that altered the universe. Because there's a big misconception. Everyone always says DC reboots their universe every couple of years. They don't. They've only rebooted it twice. Once was Crisis on Infinite Earths in '86, and the other time was Flashpoint in 2011. All the other times are like soft reboots. Like we've had like 0 Hour Crisis in Time, which modified the universe. There was Infinite Crisis, which modified the universe. There was Final Crisis, which was kind of like a modification of the universe. There was Dark Knight's Metal and Dark Knight's Death Metal. Yes, those were actual events in DC that were wonderful. That modified the universe a lot. There was none of the other. There wasn't any other really huge crises aside from those ones, but there's been a lot over the years where DC will just kind of like have a huge event that modifies. Oh yeah, there was Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths. That's the one I was thinking of.
Infinite Earths is getting a compact later this year, by the way.
I think the first half's already out.
Is it?
Or I'm thinking of the DC Finest. It might actually be the DC Finest I'm thinking of. Yeah, I know one of the crises I believe has already been released in compact, but I'm not sure which one. They're all convoluted messes anyways. Like Crisis is a milestone story, but you read that now and you're like, the fuck? Like what the fuck's even happening here?
Yeah. But no, it just makes me mad that Static doesn't get the respect he deserves.
I mean, at least people remember him nowadays more than they did in the past, because Milestone has gotten some attention recently.
Well, I mean, they also recently like rebooted their universe, and they've been releasing the compendiums with all like the '90s stuff leading into the 2000s. So
yeah.
Which I will be buying at some point in the near future, since I don't think it's likely we'll be getting any more Static stuff, either old or new, anytime soon. So
yeah, I'd also watch those compendiums just because they tend to go out of print really fast. So gonna have to get them.
They're still putting them out. So
yeah, no, you got time now.
Like the 5th one comes out in like July, I think.
Yeah. You got to get them like within like at least a couple of years, because once you get like into that like 4-year period, they're usually hard to find, unfortunately.
No, I'm going to be getting those as soon as possible because, well, even going beyond Static, I also want to read a lot of like, I want to read Icon and Hardware and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just because I want to know more about like the Dakotaverse itself,
Yeah. Now, nothing's worse than when you try to get into those like series later on and you start collecting. Like one thing I've noticed is like occasionally like just like one volume will be hard to find. Like I'm trying to collect like the George Perez Wonder Woman run. I've got the first 2 big collections. The third one is like so out of print. It's like $90 online. I'm like, great. So, but then 4 is like not. But I don't want to just get 4. It's one of those things that sucks. Unfortunately, I really should have grabbed those when I had the chance, and I didn't. So
Yeah, I get that.
fault.
I've run into a few situations like that before. So
It's very common with manga, I've discovered, especially if you collect any series by 7 Seas. You don't buy it right away. Good luck later.
Yeah, there's a couple of Toriyama one shots that are hard to get at a good price nowadays. But yeah.
Other than that, I have not really done much else.
I beat Call of Duty Big Red 1 and
Nice.
started playing Hit and Run. So
nice. I gotta get back into Hit and Run. I started to play through a while ago and forgot about it.
I never actually like played through it before. I always just like the few times I played as a kid, I just fucked around. But I remembered it being so much fun, and it's basically just Simpsons Grand Theft Auto.
Yep.
So
super fun speedrunning community. I watch speedruns of that game all the time. It is fascinating.
Interesting.
That being said, though, what's not interesting, we should probably get into our topic.
Do we have to? I'd rather talk about static some more.
The problem is that's mostly you talking, me going like, because I don't know enough about static.
We'll have to fix that.
Yeah, someday. Actually, I have the DC app. I think a lot of the,
I did look into it. At the very least, I think all of the static runs are on there.
They are. Some of them are behind paywalls. Like there's different tiers, so I'm not sure which ones I have. But yeah, we should get into this though, because I watched this damn movie again this morning, and I still.
You're a better man than me, sir, because I could not bring myself to watch it a second time. I watched reviews on YouTube instead.
Well, I watched it once during the week, and I'm pretty sure I dozed off in the middle of it, which was the main reason I pushed it back a week, because the first time I tried watching it last week, I fell asleep within like 10 minutes, which is funny because the first couple of minutes are really the most interesting part of the movie. Weirdly enough.
I suppose.
Which is not saying much, but
even though it definitely sets a precedent for the movie, because even the beginning part, like the setup for the movie, makes like no sense.
Yeah, none of the fucking Sony like spin-off movies do. I've watched like a few of these. Like I've watched the Venom movies, like, and only the second one is okay. It's not good. It's okay. I tried to watch Morbius. I got like 10 minutes. I was like, fuck it, no. No. It only takes so much Jared Leto in my life, and that was too much.
Oh my.
I didn't even bother with Kraven the Hunter. I just don't care. See, that's the point. The problem is I'm not a Marvel guy, so a lot of this shit I was just like, I just don't give a shit.
He's like, I don't care about these weird side characters that don't matter.
Yeah. And this movie was, I wouldn't know it was a Spider-Man movie until that weird like dream sequence thing where you see 3 Spider Girls or Spider Women from like that are real comic characters, and they only appear in that one scene in the movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh right, yes, this is a Marvel film technically.
The movie really makes you want to believe that we're gonna see some more Spider people in this movie, and we don't.
Well, no, you see them; they just don't have their powers yet, because this is a prequel movie, don't you know?
Yeah, a prequel to a mainline series that'll never happen.
No, because this movie bombed really bad. Because it was bad.
Yeah, it made no money. They made almost exactly their budget back. They made no money.
And even then, that doesn't account all the other shit that probably went into it. So they did not make money on this movie at all.
No.
And you know what my first sign was watching this movie is, because I knew none of this cast other than Sydney Sweeney because of memes.
Yeah.
I saw the main actress who played the titular character, Dakota Johnson, and I was like, she looks really fucking familiar, but I have no idea where from. And then I looked on her Wikipedia page. I was like, oh, she was in the 50 Shades of Grey movies. That explains a lot.
Oh my.
I was like, oh, like great. We're really. Nothing against her. I don't think she really did a bad job, but what she had to work with, holy fuck. Like,
Well, I mean, based on the way they wrote her character, I mean, I'd say she hit the nail on the head. But the problem is they wrote her to be like this. Like, I don't really give a fuck about people, but for some reason, I care about these three girls.
yeah. And they're all based off real characters from the comics. I just don't know enough about fucking Marvel, really. Like these characters, like the brief period I read Spider-Man, none of these characters ever appeared, or if they did, I didn't notice. The only character that I liked in this movie, ironically, was Ben Parker.
Well, that's because he was just. I mean, Ben Parker is always just like a paragon of good. So
When she said his name, though, I was like, Ben Parker. I was like, it took me a few minutes to hit, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, it's Uncle Ben. Cool.
And then they fucking Madam Web goes to goddamn the baby shower for Peter.
Yeah, that took me a minute to realize. I was like, oh. I was like, we actually see Peter's mom in like
briefly
like a thing.
No dad. See his dad?
Nope.
No, didn't think so.
We don't see Aunt May either, but she is implied to exist.
No, because Ben just met her. He mentions it.
Yeah. That was whatever. Like he was a fine enough character. I thought his actor did a good job. Like he was like the least. He was like kind of the one character I was like, I hope he doesn't die. And I'm like, oh wait, I know he dies, but not here.
Well, yeah, he's definitely gonna die. It's part of Spider-Man's backstory.
I know he dies, but not here. So I was like, oh good, at least I know the one character I like in this movie won't die. That's fine.
Also, it's actually a good thing, kind of, that I chose not to watch this movie a second time. I just watched reviews because I learned some things about like the comic versions of a lot of these characters.
Good, because I know nothing.
Because apparently, the main villain of this movie, the Dark Spider-Man, Ezekiel, whatever the fuck his name is, not a villain. He's not a villain. They just made him a villain for this movie for some reason.
Yeah, that sounds like the Marvel movies.
And also, like, Madam Web's supposed to be like mad old.
Yes, she is, which implies that this is like a huge prequel, but it's just not good.
Well, it can't be that much of a prequel because Spider-Man was born in the events of this movie.
Well,
and she's like, what, maybe 30?
How old is Dakota Johnson? Just out of curiosity. She's 36. So she's like 5 years older, 4 years older than you, 5 years older than me, so not that old.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, even if we're going to go ahead and say, like, Spider-Man at 30, she'd still only be... And this is... Hold on. But here's the thing, is they always... Like, the actors are always playing younger than they actually are. So how old is the actual character?
Oh, God knows. I get why they did it for the movie, because let's face it, no one wants to watch some old lady. They want to watch the hot lady. Like, it's just, that's how they sell these things. Unfortunately, that's how it is. That's why Aunt May was weirdly attractive in like the recent Spider-Man movies. Because let's face it, we don't need another. If we're not going to do the Raimi verse again, I don't want to see that again. So
yeah. Oh God,
I don't want to watch that old lady get traumatized again like she did in that one in Spider-Man 1. Because my God, that was hard to watch.
Shit.
Yeah. The continuity here immediately just, it's an alternate universe, and that's just kind of, I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, because this does not take place in any of the pre-existing Spider-Man movie universes.
Well, it's technically part of the
technically exist in would be the MCU, because if you take the years into account, there's no way that it's Toby or Andrew.
Yeah, but it's also it's been hard confirmed that they're not the same universe, because the end of Spider-Man Far From Home, we have that little post-credit scene with the Tom Hardy Venom. Eddie Brock is chilling there because of the universe fuckery. It was basically their way of getting Venom into this universe without having the actual that Venom, basically. Yeah. Which I doubt they're going to ever do anything with at this rate, because the way the future of this universe looks, I don't see it happening. But
we'll see.
Marvel doesn't seem to know what the fuck they're doing right now.
No. Um, so even going back to like the beginning of this movie, like, so there was like no reason for her mom to die, right?
We needed that moment at the end for character development, I guess. I don't.
Well, I guess in the terms of writing, sure, why not? But like,
We needed a reason for her to be like an emo bitch the entire movie, and then like suddenly
but
have
like in character though, like there was no reason for her to fight so hard because like almost immediately after she's shot trying to keep that spider away from that dude, she's instantly surrounded by like a million more. She could have just got a different spider.
I took my favorite line in this goddamn movie. I have to bring this up because it's literally the dumbest fucking line ever, especially the way that the actress that plays her mom delivers it. One second, I gotta find it because I was on Letterboxd. I left my review. My review was pretty much not good. But I was looking at all the reviews and someone posted one of the quotes from this movie and it is amazing to me. When the doctor tells her that her baby has a neuromuscular disorder, her response is just, "But I don't have a neuromuscular disorder." It's like, yeah, that's not how it works, lady. Like genetics are weird like that. Like,
yeah,
just her delivery was like really. We also had the wonderful line of, "When you take responsibility, great power will come."
Phrasing.
That was wonderful.
One that I love is when
Spider.
One that I love, yeah. One that I love is when fucking when she's in the hospital being thanked by the child that she saved, and she's like super weird about it. She's like, "What do I do with this?" And Ben's just like, "Fucking stick it in your pocket and throw it away somewhere where the kid can't see you." Like, it's like that's the only thing. It's like she does not seem to give a fuck about any of these people that she's helping.
Well, no, she clearly doesn't because she doesn't care about people in general. It appears.
So why become an EMT? Of all jobs, like
I don't fucking know. The only person that she seems to care about in this movie is Ben and the paramedic driver that gets killed. They seem to be the only two people she cared about this damn movie.
And the fucking bird.
Oh yeah, the bird that hits the window. She's like, "Oh no, a bird!" And that stray cat, technically, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's true. That she never bothered to name.
I'm pretty sure that does that cat even live towards the end of the movie? I don't.
Who knows? Well, she disappeared for like a fucking month, pretty much. So who knows?
Also, the editing in this movie is fucking horrendous.
I don't know who's in charge of ADR, but like the villain dude, none of his words match his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Like legit. Also, what is his motivation?
Spider. They took his spider, man. They took my spider.
What is his motivation?
His
motivation is my family was poor and we were starving. It's like, yeah, but you're not anymore. What is your problem?
That was why he killed her mother. His motivation later is they took my spider and then they're gonna kill me. I have to kill them before they kill me.
But literally, like, if he had just done nothing.
Yeah, exactly. This is such a
they never would have met.
I know, it's a done to death plot that's really annoying. Well, who knows? The plot is dumb. I don't know.
The final destination visions get really annoying, like halfway through this movie, because she's just as shocked every time it happens.
Well, because sometimes they don't make fucking sense. Like sometimes they're just a vision, and sometimes she just resets, and I'm like, make up your mind. Like, which is it?
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. Also, the three girls, like the main characters, they are so unfucking likable. Like,
yeah,
like none of them are likable in the slightest. And I'm just also like, did the police just stop caring about chasing after them? Like after the first time it happens?
Well, yeah, that was another thing. All right, so the whole thing with the train situation happens, right? She saves the kids. They run away. Fucking evil Spider-Man's running around, killing all these fucking cops, chasing after them and shit. She steals a taxi, drives off with them.
That poor fucking taxi driver. Fucking, he did nothing wrong in this movie.
Let me just run through the order of events here, right? She steals the taxi, kidnaps these kids, runs off, drops them in the middle of the woods, takes that same taxi, drives to her apartment to go and look through a notebook from her mom for 3 hours. Then she takes that same taxi, which she took the license plates off of. The license plate number is on the roof.
Also, in some scenes, because the license plates come back at points if you're paying attention.
But then she takes that cab, drives back to the woods. They're gone. She goes, drives it through the diner to attack the Spider-Man dude, grabs them, takes them to Ben's place. Then she's like, I have to go to the Amazon. And then she drives to the airport, boards a plane, flies to the Amazon for 3 weeks, comes back, takes the same cab that she stole, which is apparently it's been sitting there the whole time. And the movie continues. But here's the thing. This movie takes place in New York City 2 years after 9/11. And the police are looking for her for a suspect of killing numerous cops and kidnapping 3 teenagers.
Yeah, the year that they chose, I'm like, they did not think this fucking through at all.
No, they did not. And she steals the cab that she's driving around in it for like a full month. No one pulled her over.
Yeah,
not one person pulled her over.
The cab that sometimes doesn't have license plates in a city, it's also bashed, the hood's bashed in because she drove through a diner. Also, she goes back to said diner with the same cab.
Yeah.
like
It's ridiculous. It's a whole series of events makes no fucking sense.
So I'm pretty sure my review I wrote was, I was like, this movie would almost be funny for just how bad it was. Except I'm so bored by the fucking end that it's not funny anymore. It stopped being funny and it just got like sad. Like that's
Yeah.
the state of this movie.
For sure. And then don't even get me started on the fireworks thing. Don't even get me started on
what
that.
was happening. Also, this movie was sponsored. Movie was totally sponsored by Pepsi. I'm just gonna put that out there.
It was? Oh my goodness. I never would have known. I never would have known. No, oh, hold on. Here we go. Ready? Here we go. It's sponsored by Pepsi, folks. Not this show, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
What's funny is, you know what? The thing that also annoys me though, they went out of their way to get a period correct Pepsi can for that one scene you see early in the movie, which is really like, I'm like, that's like an attention to detail that I'm like, that's cool. Why didn't you do that with like the rest of this fucking film?
I love like the stupid things. Like, hey guys, it's the early 2000s. Look, a Blockbuster and a Beyonce poster.
Yeah.
It's the 2000s, guys.
It sure was. Look at those taxi cabs. That was totally a 2003 era Ford.
Oh, also, when she's having that vision on the, like, she's constantly getting the visions on the train. The dude she's sitting across, who like she had the vision of about him saying like, "Oh, the city sure is crazy nowadays." He's playing a PSP. PSP came out in 2005. Just gotta throw that out there.
I mean, also fashion-wise, no one was dressed like this in 2003. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, like, women's fashion in 2003, like, the high-waist jeans weren't a thing at that point. Like, they were all wearing those low-riding jeans, like, around then.
Yeah.
Also, the girls were, like, clearly, like, I'm pretty sure Sydney Sweeney's character just wore whatever. Because I'm like, women did not look like that in 2003. Let's be real here.
I mean, God, saying woman is a stretch and she's supposed to be like a 16-year-old girl.
Sure she was. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure she was. Anyways. Oh my god.
This is supposed to be the era of apple-bottom jeans and boots with the fur. Come on, man. What the fuck is this?
No, it was like anorexic skinny jeans. That was like the era. Like everyone was like skinny as fuck.
No, that was like a few years later.
Yeah, the 2000s.
Unless you were emo, then it was anytime.
Well, I needed your Jinko jeans, and you were like, you were going all out.
Oh yeah.
I missed that.
But no, the whole fireworks thing. The whole fireworks thing was just fucking ridiculous. Because like, we're gonna lure him.
Why would there
lure him into
fireworks?
this fireworks factory or whatever, and we're
Why
gonna
were the?
blow it up.
I was confused. I thought it was a Pepsi factory. That sign was deceptive. Why was there a Pepsi sign on the fireworks factory? I'm still confused by this.
That's advertising. I don't know.
The ending of this movie pisses me off though on so many levels.
We'll get there in a second. But I just gotta talk, like, ruminate about the fucking fireworks for a second, because these are apparently military grade fireworks, because they use it to blow open a brick wall.
Mm.
And then the fucking Dark Spider-Man deflects one, and it blows up the helicopter that they called.
Yep. Sure did.
And then one of them hits Madam Web in the face, and she's blinded, but she's like totally fine.
She's blinded, and I'm assuming when she fell in the water, it broke her neck, because that's why she's paralyzed now, I guess.
Sure.
They had to make her like her comic counterpart, and I was just like,
but it's okay. But it's okay because she taught the girls CPR.
That just annoyed the shit out of me. It's like I get her comic counterpart was paralyzed and blind, but I'm like, she was fine the entire movie. Like that, it was like, how do we get her like her comic counterpart? Do this, hit her with a fire. I was like,
and then also like, all right, so there was one thing. So like, yeah, he has like the Spider-Man power set, the villain guy, but he also can like inject poison into people by touching them.
Sure can.
So like, I'm not a biologist. I don't understand all this shit, like, at a deep level. But I'm pretty sure, like, a poison that causes cardiac arrest, just doing CPR doesn't get rid of the poison. It's still there, right?
That's not important. Well, I think she's immune. Kinda like they. It's very unexplained.
It wasn't that immune because she had a heart attack.
This movie doesn't explain shit, unfortunately. They just straight up
I'm just saying. But yeah, going to like the end when she's doing the whole like, oh yay, I can see everything now. I'm connected with the web of the universe because I'm Madam Web. And it highly suggests that she is like fully aware of like the full Spider-Man story. Like she's seen that far into the future, and she's just not gonna say a damn word. There's just no, my best friend can die. That's fine. It's totally fine. Oh yeah, the lady whose baby shower I just went to, who just had that baby. I know she's gonna die. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I just won't say a damn word. This movie is a hot fucking mess.
So, I'm assuming you didn't do any deep research into the people who made this movie, I'm guessing.
No, I did not.
How many movies do you think the director of this movie previously directed?
I couldn't even begin to guess.
This was her first film.
Okay.
It shows. It shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. She did a lot of the largest thing she ever did was she was the director for a television series called Doctors, which I've
never heard of it.
Yeah. And she only did 37 episodes out of 4,552.
Oh, so it's one of those really long running. It's a soap opera.
It's a medical soap opera, yes. She did
it's 37
hospital
episodes. for scripts.
Sure. And then like looking at the rest of her, it's like maybe like 2 episodes here of a show. I guess she did like 3 episodes of Heroes, like 3 episodes of Dexter, a couple episodes of Jessica Jones, an episode of Orange is the New Black. Like she just did TV episodes here and there. Like nothing like super long. This was her directorial debut. Yeah. It shows.
Yeah.
My God. She also on her debut, I believe she won the Razzie for worst director. So that's fun. Dakota Johnson got her second. Dakota Johnson got her second Razzie for worst actress. The first one being 50 Shades of Grey.
How do you get a bad acting award for what is essentially porn.
Because it was a dog shit film. The people only watched for memes. Like that was really
I guess.
It was someone who watched Twilight and was like, I can make my own fanfic of this, and then decided I want to make this a thing, so I'm gonna just change everything to make it original. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
The only reason those movies got sequels is because the people like hate watching was such a thing then. People don't hate watch anymore because people don't have money to hate watch anymore. That's the funny thing.
No, because fucking movie prices are just outrageous nowadays.
Oh yeah, no, it's like no one goes to the theaters to watch a notably shit movie. That's why the Mobius like putting it back in theaters thing failed so hard because no one was gonna go pay to see that. Like we're gonna wait till it got put on streaming because that's how everything works now, and then just watch it then.
But the thing is, TV has gone so far that TV now is basically like better than movies were then.
Which is hilarious because no one watches
both
TV.
In special effects and storytelling and acting. So it's like, why am I going to go to the movies when I can just watch a TV show?
And even then, no one watches TV shows. Everyone just goes to watches YouTube now. Like YouTube is killing TV.
That's debatable.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like TV's struggling. That's why they're like fighting really hard against like YouTube and streaming apps and stuff.
I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with YouTube. I think
that's fair.
I think it's destroying the mind of our youths.
Oh no, it is. YouTube's a terrible platform.
I mostly use YouTube for like I'm trying to figure this thing out. And like there are some entertainment things. Like I still watch Death Battle from time to time. I still will go back to Team Fortress from time to time. You know, like
I'll watch an hour
web shows
documentary. Watch an hour
web shows and documentaries and stuff. Yeah, but like the brain rot shit. I mean, what the TikTok corner of YouTube? That's the
the reels. Spot. Yeah, it's reels. Like that's a problem though on like more than just YouTube. Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything positive about this movie, but I'm like really struggling. You know what? Another thing too, I got to bring this up because this is something I noticed right away. This movie, like, so one gripe I have with a lot of Marvel movies, like the cinematic MCU movies, is like they force the humor a bit much a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like especially in the more recent films, like they it's like a joke every 5 seconds. It's one of the reasons I loved James Gunn's Superman because he was really smart with how he did the humor.
Mm-hmm.
It was very much like the Guardians movies. Those were like the bright spot in a lot of things. This movie, the humor they tried was pathetic. Like,
yeah,
the scene where she tries to cling on the wall and falls on her, like barely falls quotations because that was not a jump. Like, I'm just like watching that. I'm just like, that was supposed to be funny, I guess.
Yeah.
There was one moment I laughed at, and it wasn't even just like the joke; it was just how she delivered it. When they're on the train trying to escape from Ezekiel, the guy's just like, "Am I on the right train?" And she's just like, "I don't fucking know, man," and just keeps walking.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Like that gotta laugh.
Know?
That gotta laugh at me because I'm just like, that's realistic. Because like, why would you ask like a stranger? Like, first off, they don't know what train you're supposed to be on. Like what's going on there? Like, I gotta, not really a laugh, but like I got kind of like a heh out of that, like a sad chuckle, and like that was the highlight of this movie, I guess. I have to ask, would you rather watch this or Flash again?
Honestly, I'd rather watch The Flash again.
At least The Flash, you can be like Michael Keaton's here, and at least he does something. Like
at least with The Flash, like a lot of the humor moments were actually pretty funny.
Yeah, it's really funny to me that like the first round of we did our two bad when we did our first round of bad superhero movies. I think our general consensus was like these actually weren't that bad, like Green Lantern and X-Men Origins for the most part. Like they're bad, but like not like the worst.
They're still enjoyable. I still don't think it's hard with Green Lantern because it has all the pieces it needs to be good.
Green Lantern,
But
I
it
feel like
just was put together. It was slap shot put together.
my thoughts with Green Lantern were always like if they had just like stuck to their guns and like just improved with like a sequel or something, they probably would have made a better movie. Like the first movie wasn't the worst thing ever. They could have built off of that. But
They
no,
could have. But DC was so quick to just say, nope, all right, we're done. Forget it.
No, they're like, scrap that, Superman instead. And then like 5 years, like 10 years later, scrap it all and do it again because we still don't know what we're doing. We need the guy from Marvel who's really funny that can do it.
Yeah.
But then you get to like the second round where we watch Flash, which is that movie's more infuriating than bad because that movie could have been fucking good. Like that's the thing that annoys me about that movie.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot they could have done with that would have made it a lot better, like casting somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
That being said, that scene with the lasso of truth still gets me. I still find that to be fucking hilarious. Almost because it's Ezra Miller, it makes it even funnier.
Yeah, and I mean, aside from Ezra Miller, like there was other moments though, like in that movie that I thought were really good.
Oh, for sure.
Like the Flash is a weird one because like there was potential there. This movie though, they thought this was going to be the start of something big. they were planning the future here, and I don't know what Sony's going to do because Sony has to release movies to keep their hold on Spider-Man. But I don't know what they're going to do in the future because like it's been very much clear that they don't know what the fuck they're doing with these movies.
Yeah.
The best bet they could do, and this is a stretch, but like it has been toyed with, is they bring back, like there's been theories about them doing like say a Spider-Man 4, like a fourth Tobey movie, or a Amazing Spider-Man 3, like doing another Andrew Garfield movie.
I'd be into that, but they'd have to do it justice.
I know that's the thing. And they'd have to follow up off of Far From Home, because Far From Home like really made those characters like I've always No Way Home.
Yeah,
I hate the naming conventions for those, but
me too.
No Way Home made. I mean, Tobey was always great. Like I've always loved Tobey as Spider-Man. It made me love Andrew Garfield though as Spider-Man too, because I always thought Andrew Garfield was a great Spider-Man but a bad Peter Parker, and I always thought Tobey was like a great Peter Parker and an okay Spider-Man. The movie like that
and a terrible friend. And a terrible friend.
Well, besides that stuff,
I still say he is the villain of the first movie.
I know, but that's still one of the best superhero movies ever made, which is still fascinating to me in a lot of ways.
For sure. But it's funny you mentioned the naming scheme of the modern Spider-Man movies, because in the review that I watched, there was a few clips of like interviews and stuff with Dakota Johnson about Madam Web, and they were asking her all these questions about Marvel and superheroes and all this other stuff. It's clear she knows nothing about nothing. And it was funny because there was a few clips from before that where she was like, "Oh yeah, I love all the superheroes. I love all the Marvel movies. Love all this." And then like that in the interview, they're like, "Can you name all of the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's Spider-Man. Here he comes. It's Spider-Man. Look, he's back." And Spider-Man and the Goblet of Fire.
You know, I'll give her that one because those names are fucking atrocious. And you know what? Those first two answers, that's an honest to God pretty good guess. I'm not gonna lie.
Spider-Man, here he comes.
You know what's really funny though? Like kind of ironic. Like I think at the time Dakota Johnson was dating Chris Martin, the singer of Coldplay, who's like a massive fucking comic nerd, apparently, because he used to be married to Gwyneth. He used to be married to Gwyneth Paltrow, and I'm pretty sure he gave her his comics to like get in to play Pepper Potts. Like I'm pretty sure that's a thing, which is really ironic in hindsight. I guess she didn't ask because my God, I don't think she knew what the fuck was going on. I don't even know if she's a good actress or not. That's the thing, is I've only ever seen her in this movie and like clips of 50 Shades of Grey I've watched as just like a joke because I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Hmm.
I don't even know what else is she in. Let me check the old
IMDb's.
Wikipedia. Um. um. Oh, she was in 21 Jump Street, I guess. She was in Need for Speed. Okay.
Huh.
I'm sure these were not significant parts. Oh, she was in The Social Network, a movie I haven't seen, but I've heard is okay, I guess.
It's something, I guess.
It was a David Fincher movie, so that's kind of the only reason I give it credit. 50 Shades, obviously. A bunch of shit I've never heard of.
Nothing else of note.
She was on Saturday Night Live a bunch, so I guess that's. She was on The Office for on the one episode of The Office. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so she hasn't really done a ton.
Yeah.
That I would recognize.
And the two things she's most known for is she's gotten awards for bad performances.
Yeah.
I'm sure that says a lot. Says a lot.
Yeah.
I think she was just playing herself in this movie because it's kind of like the vibe I get from her as a person.
Yeah. I don't know. None of these. The only character, like I said, the only character I liked was goddamn Uncle Ben. Who played Uncle Ben?
Was it like one of the dudes from Parks and Rec or something?
Adam Scott. He was in Step Brothers. Yeah, he was in Parks and Rec.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he was in Parks and Rec.
He's been around. I've definitely seen him in other stuff.
He was like the only one in this movie that actually seemed to care for the little role he had. He didn't do much otherwise, but I did like his delivery of like when the street lights go haywire and they kind of end up stuck there, and he just looks up and he goes like, "What the fuck is that?" Like
that was another thing. Why did they go with them to the hospital? They were perfectly fine in the house. All they need to do is stay put.
Because nothing in this movie makes sense. Like nothing. If logic was in this movie, there wouldn't be a movie.
Yeah, the movie wouldn't exist. They'd still be in the woods.
Also, fucking Ezekiel died, supposedly. What happened to his like hacker like side piece up there? Like, where'd she go?
In the spider that he apparently still had.
Yeah. I guess it's not important. Also, like, you think the government would have?
I'm just gonna throw this out there. If there's just a whole fucking breed of these fucking spiders that just turn you into a spider person, what's the point of the radioactive spider? Just kind of like makes that entirely pointless.
I don't know if these are the same in the comics, I guess. Like, if this has had the same origin. Did the documentary you watched explain her actual origin? Because I have no idea.
I don't think she's a major enough character to really need one.
Fair. Because I don't know. Like I said,
because she from what I understand, she's like an E-list character. Like she's so like kind of like not even like, oh, there she is. See ya.
Yeah.
Old lady in a wheelchair. Old blind lady in a wheelchair.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, I think the blonde one is actually the second Madam Web because there's multiple Madam Webs.
No, I'm just saying.
Because I think the Sydney Sweeney's character becomes the second Madam Web, actually.
I guess.
That's the little bit of research I did here. Because, like I said, most of my Spider-Man knowledge is, like, exclusively to, like, some of the late 90s stuff and then, like, the Straczynski run during the 2000s. That's really most of my Spider-Man knowledge.
Well, that's the one thing I'll say is at least, like, from what I understand, like, the younger girls actually, like, were like pumped to be in a Spider-Man thing and were like super excited about it. So,
I just wish they had better scripts because my God, I didn't like any of them.
Well, like, they were the same character. They were just like, hey, my parents aren't around. And the other one was like, hey, my parents aren't around.
My parents are divorced. My
parents were deported.
My parents are divorced. One of them's in a psych ward, and the other one hates me. Like, oh great. Thanks.
Yeah. See, my parents are rich, but they work in another country. He's like, well, my parents were deported. Okay.
Also, that annoying contrivance where it was like, wait, I know you. You're in my apartment. And I forget what Sydney Sweeney's reason for knowing her was, but I
her little half brother or whatever was one of the kids who was saved
right.
in the beginning of the movie.
And then
he was the one who gave her the drug, and she was like, I don't know what the fuck to do with this.
Oh yeah, that. And then my favorite personally was she's like, oh no, I know you. You flipped me off.
You flipped me off earlier today. Yeah, shit.
That was the most relatable line in this entire movie was when they're driving the ambulance and she's like, flips off an ambulance. What the fuck's wrong with this world? And I'm just like, yeah, that's accurate.
I love the scene too where she's like, all right, I guess you guys, nothing's keeping you here. You can go anytime you want. And so he's like about to get out. She's like, wait, nope. I'm wanted for kidnapping. You're staying. Because I'm going to keep you kidnapped.
My God.
And how did nobody see him fucking hopping around killing all these cops? There's no security cameras?
It was 2003, so I guess not. I don't know.
Not a single person saw? Like, it's ridiculous.
The people in this movie, like the collective like brain power in this movie was non-existent. Like people were so fucking stupid in this movie. Oh,
we could have at least had a fucking like JJJ cameo or something. That would have been cool. No, not even that. All right.
No, that would have required them to actually pay for an actor that means something. So I'm sure most of the budget in this movie went to like Sydney Sweeney, I guess.
I just don't understand why Ezekiel did anything in this movie.
They took his spider, man.
Why did he even want the spider? What was it for?
It gave him his powers, I guess.
What is it for? To kill people? How did that help him?
I don't know.
It makes no fucking sense.
None of this movie makes sense. This was bad. Like there was nothing redeemable.
This whole movie, just if I had to come up with a tagline for this movie, it would be, but why though?
I know why.
But why though? Like,
I gave this movie a 1.5 stars, and that was probably generous.
Yeah, that's more than I would have given it.
I guess I gave it that because I don't agree with a half star rating. To me, like the movie would have to be like literally like not a movie. Like it would have to be like that bad. This movie at least is a movie. Like there's a movie here. It's bad in every sense of the way. I think I gave it a half star for like that one heh I got. I guess I don't know.
I got one chuckle out of that whole 2 hours.
Not a chuckle, heh. Yeah. This was bad. This was very bad. Yeah, so I don't know what we're gonna pick for the non-Marvel DC bad superhero movie. We're gonna have to look into that, I guess.
I have a few ideas. We'll talk about it later.
Okay. Yeah, I guess now we'll move on to our segment because at least our segment is better than that.
Yeah.
So there's our music. There's our I'm like heated because that movie pissed me off in so many ways. Halo anime time. So for this episode of Halo Legends, we have Odd One Out, the Toei animation segment, and it is so Toei it's not even funny.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So this one, I have to ask, just what was your overall thoughts?
It was entertaining. It was exactly as goofy as I was expecting.
It was very like when I saw Toei did this one, I immediately was like, "Yep, okay." I'm like, "Up there's our Goku stand-in, okay," and our Toriyama villain over here. Yes.
We got our derpy looking T-Rex that is apparently just a dog.
Yeah, yeah. So the plot of Odd One Out involves a Spartan known as Spartan 1337 or Leet, because haha funny. a member of Master Chief's unit who this one's non-canon, so don't worry about it too much. A member of Master Chief's unit who has a giant ego and horrendous bad luck.
Yeah.
But is still a fairly competent fighter, as they say.
But he has a bad tendency to fall out of pelicans, apparently.
Yeah, and I love the fact that Master Chief is just so like whatever, he's fine.
Yeah. Still a Spartan, he'll be fine.
Yeah, I love fucking the lead Spartan. He's funny. Like he's so like doing his doing his monologue, and he's like, "Oh, you're just not gonna listen to me, huh?" Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty great. I also love so he lands right, and then like he sees the kids, and they're all like cave kids, and I thought this was gonna be like that kind of planet, and then their older siblings show up, and they're just wearing regular ass clothes.
Yeah, we find out later they're just playing caveman.
Yeah, they're just playing fetch with the fucking dinosaur and shit. Like,
and I love how they like refer to 1337 as like they're like, oh, the weird robot man that fell from the sky. He's like, I'm not a robot, kids. I am instead a Spartan. And he like goes through his whole monologue.
he does kind of look like the robot from Fooly Cooley, so I mean, I get that.
A little. And I like how literally he's just fucking there. Like most of the stuff that happens in this, he doesn't really contribute to. He's more just kind of wandering around as things happen.
Yeah. Also, what's going on with this planet? Because like these like teenage kids are like just as strong as he is, and he's wearing like a suit that amplifies his strength.
I think the joke was that it's supposed to be like a parody of like if he landed on like Goku's planet, like the Dragon Ball universe.
I guess.
I think that was supposed to be kind of like the joke going on here, because like they clearly like you find out at the end that Master Chief clearly like they're like, oh, this is a planet, it has a AI on it, we didn't know about this, and then they just kind of like it's kind of like implied this is just a planet that just kind of existed and they never really acknowledged.
But like I was expecting to like it was confusing too with the whole AI thing, because like the kids all refer to it as their mother. And the mother was like, it was like controlling the fucking giant like crashed ship that has been there for like ever, apparently.
Yeah.
And like, but it also apparently cooked them dinner. And like, but we didn't actually see like the interior of the house they were all living in. So yeah,
because the most we
is it a person? Is it in like a robot body? Like, what is going on? Like, I don't understand.
It's hard to explain because the most Cortana says is, she's like, it's an AI, but it's a very old AI that probably wouldn't do well if it was removed from the planet. Which leads me to believe it's just oddly different, I guess. I don't know.
It's just a strange situation.
None of this is supposed to be taken seriously, so it's not really that important, I guess.
Yeah.
I did find it interesting though, like, so there's like, basically they're like just like chilling and like they're like, oh yeah, this guy's just here, I guess. And then this warrior called Pluton just shows up and they're like, what do we do? And they like fight him and like get their ass kicked basically because reasons, and then he just gets demolished by that laser. And the laser doesn't even kill him. He gets hit by this thing and then just teleported away.
Yeah, like well, first of all, I love that fucking 1337 just like does the classic, oh my god, what is that over there? And then like as he's looking away, they all just book it. Like,
yeah. No, 1337 is really funny. Like the way they wrote him very well for this.
And then the fucking the giant like crashed ship from like however many years before, like it blasts him, but it also like ripped a hole in space time. And fucking like blasted him through the fucking like portal that it made. And I think it's implied that he hit Halo, but like the outside of Halo, the part that isn't like, you know, livable.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of was the implication. He just dies and that's it, I guess.
Or he's just stuck there because I guess the Halo would still have gravity there, but he's on the wrong side of it, I guess.
Yeah. I do also enjoy too, like Master Chief is so unbothered. Like he's just like, I guess we gotta go get him. He'll be fine. Like,
And then in classic like Toei nonsense, he gets fucking picked up by a pterodactyl.
yeah, I love that because he's like, all right, on my way. Actually, second thought, I might be late as he's flying off into the sky.
Yeah, it was pretty great. I like that.
Yeah, it was entertaining. It was definitely the way I viewed it was, I was like, this is entertaining, especially compared to some of the darker stuff we've had in the previous segments.
Yeah, the last one was another Spartan story, but it was like super fucking dark. And then it's like, hey, I'm Spartan 1337. Look at me.
Yeah, and this is also right in the fucking middle of this entire thing because we go right back to serious canon shit again, like right after this. So this one is really just an oddity straight in the middle of this entire thing.
I mean, you gotta have like that tension break somewhere in there. So
it was also like they had to get Toei to do one of these, and of course Toei was gonna just be goofy as fuck with it.
For sure.
Because next week we have Prototype, which was done by Studio Bones, so we're gonna have something different going forward. There's only
Bones.
3 more segments. I mean, my favorite segment is the babysitter, which is the second to last one, and I'll explain why when we get to it because there's some unintentionally funny stuff in that one. Mm-hmm. But I like Odd One Out. It is refreshing because the first few in this are like, damn, this is dark. Halo's kind of dark.
For sure. This is the 5th segment, correct?
This is yes, the 5th.
So we have the 2 origins, then the duel
and Homecoming.
Yeah. Okay.
We have 3 left. We have Prototype, the babysitter, and the package.
Okay. Phrasing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it'll be interesting when we get to those. But yeah, Halo anime. Interesting project. That's all I can say.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that was music. That was this episode of GNC. I think that was the most negative we've been about a thing since we started this.
What show?
Geek Addicts. I don't know what show I'm doing. It's fucking the CDI experience.
Hold on, I think I got a water bottle down here somewhere.
No, she got mad that we did. She got mad we did that on 3DO. Don't poke it. It'll get mad.
I'll poke the bear.
Geek Addicts. Yes. I have too many podcasts. I'm tired. Once again, guys. Thank you for joining us on Geek Addicts. So you can find Geek Addicts on all the major podcasting platforms, particularly Apple, Spotify, all that fun stuff. And be sure to check us out on Superpod Network, superpodnetwork.com. Awesome site. Find a whole bunch of different videos, blogs, podcasts, doing a whole bunch of fun stuff over there. I think Tommy has another podcast he's starting.
Yeah, I saw that.
He really is the Brett Favre of podcasters at this point. How many times has he retired? He just keeps coming back.
Just can't help himself.
No, we love you, Tommy, but Jesus, man. And I'm just joking. At this point, him and Aaron should just start a podcast and literally just make it Superpod and just be carry on what they were. That would be so fucking ironic and funny.
Do the same first episode, just do it differently.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, guys, once again, thank you for joining us, and we will see you all later.